All right. We are live. Are we live? Awesome stuff. We're live. We're live. Awesome. Let me just, yeah, if all is order. We're live. Check. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, sweet. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to talk about instant manifestation, right? So we're talking about instant manifestation, and which is really very interesting. And I'm going to share some powerful stuff with you guys. So basically, when you think about manifestation, right? So we first want to make sure that we all on the same page, right? Now, according to quantum physics states that everything is one and there is no time. There's only now. So if you want to manifest any desire, all you need to do is just to decide you have it and then it's done. But this is basically science. So quantum physics states that there's only one and there's no time. So in other words, there's no future, there's no past, there's only the eternal present moment. Now get this, at this very moment, there are infinite infinite potentials existing right now. So for example, if I could do it this way, right? So let's just say this is the, I'm just going to make an example. Let's just say this is the quantum field. So let's just say this is the quantum field right here. Of course, you know that the quantum field or the holographic universe or the 4D is infinite. It doesn't have a beginning or end. But it's very important to understand that within the quantum field, now what is the quantum field? The quantum field is the eternal now. So right now, you see this moment that actually exists. I just want you to become aware of this moment. This is the quantum field. Okay, it's within us and it's around us as well. Now, within the quantum field, there are infinite potentials. There are infinite potentials. So, in other words, there are infinite versions of you existing right now. So, they are infinite. Let's use the blue one. They are infinite yous within the quantum field. There are infinite versions of you existing right now. So, infinite versions of you. Okay. Infinite versions, infinite potentials, infinite realities. Okay. So let's just say that is a healthy version. You could say that that's a healthy version of you existing right now. We have a happy version of you existing right now. We have a wealthy version of you existing right now. We have a millionaire version of you existing right now. So within the quantum field, there are infinite versions of you existing right now. So there's a healthy version, a happy version, a married version, a millionaire version, billionaire version. So there are infinite versions of you that exist right now as we speak. There are infinite realities exist now as we speak. There are infinite potentials that exist in the quantum field as we speak. So your job then is just to decide, what do you want? What do you really, really want? Okay? What do you really, really want? Because when you are clear in what it is you want, all that is required from you is just to decide. So you just have to decide what you want, and then boom, you then accept that you are it now. The moment you accept or you assume that you are this new version now, you already have your manifestation. Because manifestation is instant, it's not a process. And how do we know that it's not a process? because according to quantum physics, there is no time. According to the quantum field, there is no time. There's only the eternal now. Now, time is just a construct in our minds, and time is just an illusion. Now, let's basically elaborate. What do I mean that time is just an illusion? So, if you ask me right now, Gabriel, what did you do on Friday, last week Friday? And you say, Gabriel, what did you do last week Friday? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my memory bank and I'm going to remember what I actually did on Friday. Now, what I'm doing is I'm accessing a memory in the past. So in other words, past is just a memory. Let me repeat that. The past is only a memory. So if you had to ask me, Gabriel, what did you do last Christmas? What did you do for your birthday? I have to actually physically go to that memory and I have to recall it and think, what did I do last Christmas? What did I do on my birthday? What did I actually do on Friday? And when I do get to that memory, in order for me to actually process that memory, I have to do it in the now. So let me repeat that. In order for me to remember what I did last week, Friday, I have to do it in the now, in this moment. So I'm not doing it in the past, I'm doing it now. So if you ask me, Gabriel, what did you do last week, Friday? And I'm like, oh, you know what? Last week, Friday, I actually went out for cocktails with my wife. So now I'm remembering what I did last week, Friday. But in order for me to tell you that I have to do it now. So that means that the past is only a memory. The past is just a memory. Now let's talk about the future. If you had to ask me, hey, Gabriel, what are you going to do next week, Saturday? Or let's just say Sunday. What are you going to do next week, Sunday? And I'm thinking, next week, Sunday, I'm actually going to watch Formula One with my wife, and I hope that Piastri wins again. So now I'm going to the future, but the future is also a memory, but it's a future memory because I'm thinking now, okay, next week, Sunday is the Formula One, and I'm going to watch Formula One with my wife, and I predict that Piastri is going to win again. So that tells you that the past and the future are basically just memories. And it's really just an illusion. So now that we know that time is just an illusion, the only moment that exists is now. Now is now. So that's why when you ask yourself, what do you really, really want? So there are infinite versions of you right now, right? There's a healthy version of you, a happy version, a wealthy version, a successful version, a millionaire version. So there are infinite versions of you right now. So if you had to ask yourself, what do I really, really want? And if you are now clear and you say, you know what, I actually want to be healthy because I've got a lot of, health complications and stuff like that. I just want to be healthy. There is already a healthy version of you that exists in the quantum field. Now, the quantum field, as I said, is the eternal now. It's your awareness, your imagination. So you just have to decide that you are already healthy and just accept that, okay, this is now my new reality. This is now my new concept. This is how I actually see myself from now on. I now see myself as healthy and no longer as unhealthy. The moment you decide what you want, you've already manifested it. It's a done deal. It's already done. Because how do we know that it's already done? Because we know that there is no time in the quantum field. And the quantum field is the eternal now. So whenever you say, I already have it, it is done. And the moment you've made that decision and say that I already have it, it's done, you then just have to stick to it. You just have to stick to this new mindset. Irrespective what your 3D says, you just have to stick to the new mindset. Because if you can stick to that new mindset, the 3D automatically then reflects your new mindset because you exist in 3 planes, right? You exist, yes, you have the red one. So you exist in 3 planes. So you exist in the 3D. Now, what is the 3D? The 3D is basically everything that you can see, touch, hear, and smell. So the 3D is basically just your body, okay? And you also exist in the 4D as well. And what is the 4D? The 4D is your mind, your imagination. We're going to say your mind, imagination, okay? And you also exist in the 5D. So what is the 5D? Okay, the 5D is God, spirit, universe, quantum field, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call this power. So whatever you want to call this power, right? So you exist in 3 planes. Oopsie. Yeah. So you exist in 3 planes. You exist in the 3D, which is your body, okay? And then you exist in the 4D, which is your imagination, your mind, and the 5D, which is God, spirit, universe. So now it's not separate from you. All these versions already is within you because you have your body now. So you can see I have my body right now. And then I have my imagination, my mind. And then I have my spirit as well, or God or universe. My spirit is within me and it's around me. But they're all working together. So in order for you to master manifestation and to make it fun, you have to learn how to utilize all planes, the 3D, your body, the 4D, your mind, your imagination, and the 5D. Now, a lot of people are only using the 3D. They are only using the 3D. So if they try to achieve a goal, they basically, try everything in their power in the 3D. They try, to hustle, they work hard, they grind. And that obviously will get you your goal, but it ends up putting way too much stress on yourself. And, sometimes it just wears you out. And you also burn out as well because you do so much, you're grinding so much, man. It's like you don't even have time for yourself because all you're doing is just work, 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 work. But when you use the 4D, which is your mind or your imagination, and you just see in your mind that you already have your desire. So let's just say, for example, if your desire is, um, 100K, so you want to manifest 100K, right? So your desires is 100K. Now you can manifest this 100K just by utilizing the 3D, your body and time and your resources in it. You can, but it's probably going to take you too long, But however, check this out. If you then utilize the 4D, which is your mind, your imagination, and you are imagining now, you're seeing the 100K already in your bank account. So you're seeing the 100K in your bank account, and you basically ask yourself, okay, now that I have this 100K in my bank account, how am I feeling? Wow, I'm feeling so free. I'm feeling so grateful. And how am I thinking? I'm like, wow, okay, I'm going to now invest in this and I'm going to save so much and I'm going to help this person and I'm going to do this. And how am I acting now? Wow, okay, cool. Now I get to just create more businesses. I get to invest more or whatever the case may be. So you're like having a full on experience in your mind, in your imagination, that you are already the man or the woman who has 100K. But it's all in the imagination. So you're literally just closing your eyes and you're feeling it. You're just seeing yourself going on your luxury vacations, seeing yourself going to luxury five-star restaurants, you're seeing yourself traveling, you're seeing yourself buying your dream car, your dream home, and it's all in the imagination. But because you're going through this experience, it makes you feel so fulfilled and you feel so grateful. You feel so free, and it's just so freaking amazing, right? So you're having all this experience in the 4D in your mind. And now check this. Now, once you're done in your imagination, all you then do is just, you now surrender that to the 5D. You give it to God, Spirit, Universe. You say, God, Spirit, Universe, thank you for making it so. So then what happens is the 5D is now working to make sure that this is getting into the 3D. But when you decide that you have the 100K right now, if you say that, okay, I am now the man or the woman who already has 100K, it is done. You already have that desire. It is done. So then your job is then just to, let me see where I can write this. So your job then is just to stick to this new assumption. So you just have to, you just have to stick to this new assumption, and you do not contradict yourself. So for example, if you say that, okay, I already have this 100K, all you do is just stick to this new assumption and say, yes, I'm happy. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have 100K. And by you sticking to this new assumption, it is a done deal. It is a done deal. So then your 3D has no choice but to reflect it. It has to reflect it because it's a law. It's a law. Your 3D has to reflect your assumption. So the reason why manifestation is instant is because in the quantum field, there is no time. What is the quantum field? The quantum field is the eternal now. It's like this moment right here. And this moment right here, there are infinite potentials existing right now. So there are infinite versions of you existing right now. There's a healthy version of you, a happy version, a wealthy version, a millionaire version of you, a successful version of you existing right now. Your job is just to decide what you want. The moment you decide what you want, you already have it. Because the prime reality, the real reality is in your mind, the imagination. So the imagination is prime reality. It's prime reality. It's the real reality. Now the 3D is only a mirror. Okay? So the 3D is basically a mirror. The 4D is the real world. The 3D is just a mirror. So if I go to the mirror now, the mirror is going to show me my reflection. Now, similarly with the world that you see through your eyes, it's basically just reflecting your mind. It's reflecting your imagination. Now, when you accept that you already have your desire in the 4D in your mind, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Because we know that the 4D, which is your mind, is prime reality. It's the real reality. Neville Goddard says that consciousness is the consciousness is the only core substance of reality. Now, consciousness is your imagination, your awareness. It's the only core substance of reality. So, and Neville Goddard also says that your imagination creates reality. So, in other words, your imagination is the factory. Everything that you see around you was first conceived in the imagination. Everything. So when you accept that you already have your desire in your imagination, it's done. It's a done deal. So you can now chill, you can go for walks, you can literally do your hobbies. You don't have to be obsessed anymore. Your job is just to stick to the new assumption and not to contradict yourself. So for example, if you say you have 100K now, you can't go on later and say that, oh, I can't afford this, it's too expensive. No, because you're contradicting yourself. You were supposed to stick to that new assumption. Now, I have actually tested this out in all areas of my life. I've tested it out in all areas. So I've tested instant manifestation in all areas. I've tested it in my health. I've tested it in my relationship, love life. I've tested it in my business. I've tested it with other people as well. And I'm going to give you um, a few success stories, right? So let's talk about my health first. So I had issues with my eyesight. I was supposed to, wear glasses now. And I also had issues with my back as well. Because when I was younger, I used to work on bicycles and stuff like that. And I always used to bend. And then my back was like, it used to kill me and stuff. And then I learned about the law of assumption. So the law of assumption states whatever you assume to be true in your mind will be true for you in your reality. So all you need to do is just assume that you already have your desire in your reality. And then you stick to that assumption. Don't contradict yourself. So what I then did was I assumed that my eyesight was perfect. And then what I did, I stick to that assumption and I told myself every day that I have perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision. I have perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision with my back as well. My back is now perfectly healthy and I'm strong. My back is perfectly healthy, and I'm strong. And I would go in the 4D in my imagination. I would go in the 4D and I would just see, like, okay, now I can actually see everything clearly. My back is strong. I can play all the sports that I want. I would see that in my imagination because you have to understand you exist in three planes: the 3D, the 4D, the 5D. 3D is your body, it's the mirror. 4D is your mind, your imagination, and the real world, it's the primary reality. And the 5D is God, spirit, universe. But this is all within you. So each and every entity or dimension is already within you. It's not separate from you, it's already within you. Now they're all working together. They're all working together. So then I just repeated I have perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision. My back is strong. Perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision. Every day, I stick to my new assumption. And within about, say, 3, 4 weeks, I just noticed that as I was driving, I wasn't squinting anymore. I could actually see the billboards. I could see the signs and stuff like that. I could see it clearly. Even my wife was like, okay, your eyesight is good. And so what happened was I went into the quantum field and I chose the version of myself because the version of myself who had perfect eyesight and a strong back already existed. So all I had to do was just choose the version of myself with perfect eyesight and a perfect back. That's all I had to do. I just had to select it. And when I selected it, I then reminded myself every day that this is my new reality. So that's how I manifested perfect eyesight. But now here's the thing, it's instant manifestation because the moment you decide you have it, it's done. It is done. You just have to stick to that new assumption and just do not contradict yourself because you always tell yourself a story in your head. Now, the story that you're telling yourself either controls you or it serves you. Now, if I had to tell myself the story that, oh no, I still can't see, my back is still sore, guess what? That story actually controls me. So I'm going to just say, no, 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 I no longer subscribe to that story. I now subscribe to my new story. I have perfect eyesight, I have 20/20 vision, and my back is strong. Okay. And then I'll give you another one for health as well. So my mom, so this is basically goes on to one of Neville Goddard's uh, 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 techniques. It's called revision. Okay, what is revision? Revision is a technique that you can use to actually basically revise the past. So any undesirable news or message or anything that happened in the past that was undesirable, you can actually go back to that past memory and you can rewrite it to your ideal. So, for example, pardon me. So, for example, if you got a message now on your phone and it's bad news, right? And you say, oh shit, man, I don't want this bad news. You can literally go in your body, in your imagination, and you can replay the same message and see it as good news. And when you do that, you are going into the quantum field. Remember, the quantum field has infinite potentials. It has all versions of you. It has all realities. So you're going to go into the quantum field and you're going to choose a reality where you actually got good news. You see, all realities exist now. There's a reality of you there. You're healthy, you're happy, you're wealthy, you're a millionaire, you've got perfect health. Those realities already exist. You just choosing that reality is like watching TV. Channel 1 already exists, channel 2 exists, channel 3 exists, channel 4 exists, channel 5 exists. You just have to choose which channel you want to watch. Now, similarly with your desires are already within you. You just have to choose which one. Okay, so now get this. So I'm telling you about revision, right? So I'm on the phone with my mom, and my mom happened to be at the doctor. So then she's like, oh yeah, basically I'm with the doctor, talk to the doctor. So the doctor tells me, bad news. The doctor tells me, oh yeah, no, by the way, your mom is diagnosed with cancer and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh jeez. So immediately I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to accept this. I'm going to revise it. So then I talked to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. She said, yeah, no, cool. She has to come for a checkup, next week. Not next week, next month. So after I drop the call, I go in my imagination. I hear the doctor tell me, your mom is perfectly healthy. And I'm looping this scene. I'm looping because I know how the doctor sounds. I know the voice. And I'm seeing in my imagination the 4D. And I hear the doctor saying that your mom is perfectly healthy. Your mom is perfectly healthy. Your mom is perfect. And I repeat that mofo. I repeat it until I felt um, like relief. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's in the bag. It's done. So I'm repeating it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until I felt like, okay, it's done. And then my mom goes for a checkup, right? She goes for a checkup the following month. Guess what the doctor tells her? Just guess. Guess what the doctor tells her? The doctor tells her that you are perfectly healthy. No cancer detected. The cancer literally disappeared. But no, get this. It did not actually disappear. My mom, I chose a new reality of my mom because my mom, there was a reality where my mom is already healthy and she no longer has cancer. So what I did, I chose that reality where my mom no longer has cancer. So I didn't manifest anything or create anything. All I did was go into the quantum field, which is the imagination. And I chose the reality where my mom is already perfectly healthy. And I said, that is done. I'm just going to stick with that. And she went for a checkup and boom, the doctor gave her the good news. So these are examples of health that I can give you guys, right? So I hope you guys are on board. And if you have any questions, let me know. Who's on here? Good to see you, Martin. Anne Marie, good to see you. Ragio, good to see you guys. If you guys have any questions, yeah, let me know. So I want to give you examples in my life of instant manifestation. So now you heard me. I basically use manifestation for perfect eyesight, perfect back. I don't have issues with my back anymore. I don't have issues with my eyesight anymore because I use manifestation. And I told you that manifestation is instant. How do we know that manifestation is instant? Because in the quantum field, the imagination, there is no time. Time is just a mental construct that we've created to actually operate in 3D. Because the past is just a memory. The future is also just a memory. So that's how we know that time is actually just an illusion, right? Okay. Now, I've given you success stories of health. Now, let me give you success stories of love. Okay, love relationships. So now, I used to be single and I told myself that I'll never get married. I'll never get married because in my mind, I just thought that all women are the same. I was like, nah, I'm not even going to bother because all women are the same. I'm just going to stick. And but then I just got miserable, because It was constantly just, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I wasn't at a good space in my life. I was miserable. And I then said, you know what? I think I'm actually ready for marriage, not a relationship. I'm ready for marriage. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use the law of assumption. Now, what does the law of assumption say? All you need to do is just be very, very clear in what it is you want. You want to be very clear. So I asked myself, okay, Gabriel, what do you want? I said, because I'm so miserable at the moment and I'm single, I want to be blissfully married. And let's write that down. That sounds so nice. Huh? I want us to write that down. I want to be blissfully married. So where can we write this down? I want to, so I told myself, I want to be blissfully married, right? Blissfully married. So now why do I want to be blissfully married? Because I was miserable. You with me? So I told myself, I want to be blissfully married. So while I was single and miserable. So now the law of assumption states that all you need to do is just be clear in what it is you want and then accept and assume that you are now this new person. So all I had to do was just go into the quantum field. Remember, the quantum field is your imagination. Now everything exists in the quantum field. Everything. The healthy you, happy you, wealthy you, millionaire you, everything, all the potentials already exist in the quantum field right now, bro. It's waiting for you to actually grab it. So all I had to do is go here to the blissful husband. So the blissful husband, right? The blissful husband already existed. All I had to do is just choose the version of me who is now blissfully married. That's all I had to do. And then I accepted that I am now the blissful husband. I am now blissfully married. Went into my imagination and I accepted that I'm now blissfully married, right? And then I stick to that new assumption. Every day I tell myself, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm blissfully married. I'm so happy and grateful for my beautiful, blissful wife. Oh man, my life is so blissful now, and every day it's just getting better and better. Isn't it wonderful? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. It's like I would walk on the beach, right? Alone. I'm still single. I'm walking on the beach. And then my desire would come to my mind. I would see my wife next to me holding hands with me. So we're holding hands in the imagination. Remember, the 4D is the prime reality. The 4D is the real reality. So I would see in my imagination, I'm walking hand in hand with my wife. And I would say, thank you. I love you. I'm so happy. I'm blissfully married. Right? I would go to restaurants. I'm talking about fancy restaurants. Makes me so excited, man. Wow. I would go to restaurants, fancy restaurants alone. So I'm still single. I'm single in the 3D, but in the 4D, I'm already blissfully married because I've chosen the blissful husband version of me. I would go to restaurants alone. And the waiters would look at me like, are you alone? Because obviously it's like they expect there to be a beautiful woman there, right? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's just me. But in my imagination, I saw my wife. I saw her already sitting across from me. And in my imagination, I would take my wine glass and say cheers to her. And I would see her and I would just hear the glass go ding. And I would say, happy blissful day, I love you. No, this is what I say. I would cheers to endless bliss. I would cheers, like I said, years to endless bliss. Ding, years to endless. In my imagination, I did that. So I stuck to my new assumption, which is I am now a blissful husband, right? Sticking to that. And within 3.5 months, I go to my favorite restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants. And guess what? That's where I met my beautiful wife. That's why I met Kylie. That's why I met Kylie. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I did not want it to go that night. I didn't want it to go that night because my friend is a DJ and he usually plays nice deep house music. And he wasn't playing that night. So I was like, why should I go? Why should I go? I don't have to go because my friend is not going. But something told me, no, Gabriel, go. Go. I was like, nah, man, why should I go? And something said, Gabriel, go. And that something was, you could say, God, Spirit, Universe that guided me and say, no, Gabriel, go. So then I ended up going. And that's where I met my wife, Kylie. So like I saw we met eyes and blah, blah, blah. So we're talking. And I'm just like, thinking here in my mind, I'm like, because what I did, right, when I was ready to actually manifest my wife and to become a blissfully married, I made a list as well. And in my list, I wrote down everything that I wanted in a wife. Because I didn't just want any partner, I wanted a specific partner with specific qualities so that we can gel. You know what I mean? And as I'm talking to her, I just see in my mind tick, 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 tick. So she's ticking everything that I had on my list. And so what I'm telling you is everything already exists in your imagination, the quantum field. All the potentials already exist. Your job is just to decide what you want. Now, I shared with you that I did this for health. Boom, I now have perfect eyesight. I did this when I was single. Boom, I'm now blissfully married. So we've been married for 4 years now. And we are still experiencing endless bliss. I mean, it's so amazing. People tell you that, oh, yeah, when you're married, it's getting bored and blah, blah. We still, I mean, like, our love life is good. Sex is amazing. And it's just getting better, man. It's just getting better. Do you know why? Because I said I want to be blissfully married. I want to be blissfully married. I don't just want to be married. I want to be blissfully married. Okay. So now are you guys with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Do we have any questions here? Awesome. Do you have any questions here? So here's the thing. Check you guys. I want you to think now. What is your desire? What do you really want? Because everything that you want is already in the quantum field. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you just to decide. The moment you decide, boom, you already have it. The moment you decide and you say that I am healthy now, you're already healthy. Your job then is just to stick to that assumption. You just stick to that assumption. And every day you tell yourself, yes, I'm healthy. I'm getting healthy every day. Everything in me is healthy. It's so amazing. And boom, you just stick to that assumption because manifestation is instant. It's not a process. Manifestation is instant. It's not a process. How do we know? Because we know in the quantum field, the imagination, there is no time. There is no time. So the moment you decide you already have your desire, boom, it's done. And then your job is just to stick to that. What then happens is you just give it over to the 5D, which is spirit, universe, God. And you say, God, you take care of the how. The how is not my job. You take care of the how. Your job is just to decide what you want and just to accept that you already have it. Boom, done. And then what then happens is the 4D, which is the real reality, then basically the 3D is just a mirror. So because you've now accepted in your mind, in your imagination, that you are already your desired version, your 3D then reflects that the desired version. Your job is just to stick to that. So you don't actually really need all the whole, techniques or methods or this, that, and the other. Techniques, tools, and methods only helps you to actually remain in the wish fulfilled. It helps you to remain into that version. So the techniques and the tool does not manifest. The thing that manifests is your decision. So the moment you decide, I have it now, it's done, you already have it. So now you get to chill, you get to watch your favorite shows, you get to listen to your favorite music, it's done. Okay? So now I want to share another money one now with you guys. I want to share another money one with you guys. So basically, as I mentioned to you, each and every potential already exists in the quantum field. The quantum field is basically just your imagination. So I want you guys to here, tell me here in the chat, what is your desire? What do you like to? I want to ask you guys here. Tell me in the chat. Now that you know that everything already exists right now, so what do you really want? What do you really want? I want you to tell me here. What do you want? So, as I shared with you, I manifested perfect health. I manifested the love of my life. I manifested a blissful marriage, right? I'm now going to share with you how I manifested, tons of money as well. Now, I want to ask you, what do you really, really want? Share in the chat here and tell me, what do you really, really want? Because here's the thing. Everything, excuse me, everything already exists. Your job is just to decide what you want. It's just to decide what you want. Now, the reason why you do not have what you want is because of your story. And the story is basically just that thing in your head, the thoughts, the beliefs, and the ideas in your head that says that no, you can't have it. You're too old, you're too young, you're not worthy, you're not deserving, the weather is not good, the economy is not good. There is only a story in your head. Now, the story is not real because, pardon me, because the story, you can't even touch the story. You can't even smell the story. You can't even taste the story. The story is intangible. It's not real. It's literally just an idea that you made up in your head that tells you why you can't have your desire. Now, why would you believe the story? Why would you believe the story? Because if the story does not serve you, it controls you. Your job is just to subscribe to a new story and say to yourself, I already have it. When you say, I already have my desires, it is done. And you just stick to that new assumption and say, I already have it. That's how I manifested perfect eyesight. I said every day I told myself, I have perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision. I have a perfect back. I'm strong. I have perfect eyesight. I have 20/20 vision. I have a perfect back. And when I manifested my wife, I'm blissfully married. I'm a blissful husband. I'm always experiencing endless bliss. Every day it gets better and better. It's so awesome. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you. How does it get any better than this? If you tell yourself that you have it now, it is done. Nothing or no one can take that away from you. Do you know why? Because you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your reality. You are a victor. You're not a victim. So stop blaming everything and anyone outside of yourself. The outside world is just a mirror. The outside world is just a mirror. Stop blaming the mirror. You have to take responsibility and say that I am the creator. If it's to be, it's up to me. So I want you to take responsibility right now and say, I am the creator of my reality. Whatever I say goes. I am on the pedestal. I am the prize. Any problem that you have right now, just go into the 4D, your imagination, see that it's already solved. Boom, it's solved then. And stick to that solution and tell yourself every day, my problem is now solved. Thank you, God, my problem is solved. Thank you, you exist in 3 planes, the 3D, the 4D, the 5D. The 3D is your body, and it's just the mirror, the reflection. 4D is your mind, your imagination, and the real world, the prime reality. The 5D is God, spirit, universe, quantum field, infinite intelligence, and all those dimensions are within you. You are not separate from it. Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's not outside. The outside world is just a mirror. Everything is already within you. So right now, what I want you to do is take full responsibility. No more victimizing. I want you to see yourself as a winner because I see you as a winner. So no more complaining, no more victimizing, no more games. I want you to see yourself as a winner because I see you as a winner. Okay, right. So let's talk about money. So here's the thing, right? So I wanted to manifest, which one can you use? I wanted to manifest a million, I wanted to manifest $1 million, right, in my telecoms business. So I wanted to manifest $1 million in my telecom business. But for some reason, I was stuck. Right? For 3 years, I just could not get to $1 million. I tried everything, and I was like, I was only utilizing the 3D. I was only utilizing the 3D. I was busting my ass off. I was hustling. I was grinding only in the 3D. I never knew about the 4D and the 5D. So I outplayed myself. I never knew about the 4D and the 5D. I only utilized the 3D. That's why I was stuck for 3 years. And then I got introduced to my mentor, Bob Proctor. And then Bob told me that the reason why you're stuck is because you see yourself as stuck. The reason why you're struggling is because you see yourself as struggling. So all I had to do was, Bob Proctor said, hey, the $1 million version, business version of you is already in you. All you need to do is just go and accept and assume that you are already this version. So all I had to do is go into the 4D, my mind, my imagination, and choose my $1 million version. I just had to choose it, like switching to a new radio station. So the radio station that I was on was stuck. It was stuck FM. So all I had to do was switch to a new radio station, which was $1 million FM, right? I switched to that because everything already exists in your imagination. You just have to ask yourself, what do I really, really want? What do I want? Okay, you then go. So then I chose that. And then Bob showed me how to remain faithful to that version. Every day, I told myself, I am already $1 million business owner. My business is booming, it's thriving. I'm overwhelmed with clients. I've got so many clients, I don't even know how to deal with it. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I have more money than I can spend. Oh my word, I'm in excess, I'm in overflow. It's just getting better and better and better and better and better. God, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this, right? So I'm remaining faithful to that new version of myself. And within 9 months, boom, we finally got to $1 million in my telecoms business. Within 9 months, all I had to do was just decide in my mind, in my imagination, that I am now $1 million business owner. And while I was deciding, I didn't see the million in my account when I decided. I didn't. It only showed up after 9 months. But here's the thing. The moment I decided that I already have it, things in my 3D started to happening. I started to see, okay, now there's no new opportunities coming, new clients. Things became easier. You know why? Because I already saw that in the 4D first. I already saw everything in my imagination first. I already saw myself as this $1 million business owner in my imagination first. And then my mirror, the 3D, started reflecting all these things, left, right, and center. And we call that synchronicities, right? We call that synchronicity. Everything just started to happen. But I first became the $1 million version owner in my mind, in the imagination. In the imagination. So I did not create anything. I only chose to change my radio station from lack and struggle to $1 million version. because it was already within me. It was already within me. So that's why I'm telling you, everything is already here for you to decide. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to manifest anything. You just have to decide that you already have it. The moment you decide, boom, it's done. Bob's your uncle. And you just stick to this new assumption. You stick to that new assumption. You just stick to that new assumption. Okay, so now I've showed you guys how I manifested perfect health, how I manifested a blissful marriage, not just any marriage, a blissful marriage. Okay, how I manifested money and success. Okay, now I'm going to tell you now why you are struggling to manifest. The reason why you're struggling to manifest is because you're seeing yourself as struggling. Like what Bob told me, you are seeing yourself as struggling. The reason why manifestation is hard for you is because you're telling yourself that it's hard. And the reason why you're waiting for your manifestations is because you are telling yourself that you are waiting. So in other words, you feel that you are separate from your desires. You actually see your desires as there, and you see yourself as here. I told you that you exist in the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. Your desires are already in your mind. Everything is already in your mind. Your job is just to accept right now that you already have it and that you are it. The moment you accept that you have it, you are now one with your desires. You're no more separate. You're one. You're like this. And you just have to stick to this assumption and not contradict yourself. You just have to stick to this assumption. Manifestation is instant. It's not a process. Why? Because we know in your mind, there's no time. In the quantum field, there's no time. There's only now. If you say that you have it now, you have it, it's done. No one can take that away from you. It is done. You just have to stick to that new assumption. And when you stick to that new assumption, you will feel at one with your desires. You will feel fulfilled. You will feel grateful because you are now spending time in the 4D in your imagination. And you're asking yourself, now that I have $1 million, how am I thinking? How am I feeling? How am I acting? What is my self-talk? What is my new decisions that I make? How am I feeling now? Pardon me? That I have my desires. So you are now utilizing the 4D, which is your mind, your imagination, and then you're also utilizing the 5D. So the moment you feel how it feels like to have your desires, you then give it to the 5D and you say, thank you, God, it is done. Thank you, God, for sorting out the how. The how is not my job. The how is God's job, Spirit's job, universe's job, and that power is already within you. You are not separate from God. You're not separate from the universe. You're not separate from Spirit. You are an extension with God, Spirit, and the universe. So you're not separate. All these dimensions is already within you. Your job is to practice how to use them to your advantage. Like, to give you an example, when I wake up, I tell the 5D, God, Spirit, I say, God, I surrender to you. Please guide me. Share with me how I can use my my gifts. Whatever you want me to do, I'm ready. So then I asked myself, I said, Spirit, because I call this power Spirit, right? Because in my mind, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. So I know that I'm calling it Spirit. So you can call it whatever you want. So I asked, I said, Spirit, can you share with me? Can you make it so simple, simplified that I can actually explain this to my son? How the 5D, the 4D, and the 3D work together. And then I get this download. Spirit then shares. Spirit shares with me. Spirit said that just imagine that you are now in a car right? I want you to imagine that you're in a car, you're driving a car, right? Okay. So the car is like the 3D. So the car is like the 3D, right? And the 4D is you, the driver. And the 5D, guess what the 5D is like? Guess what Spirit tells me what the 5D is like? The 5D is like the set nav, like Google Maps. So when you in your car, right, and you don't know the destination, and you're driving, but you're going in circles and you're getting stuck and you're just getting lost and you're driving, you don't know where to go. And then finally you decide to put the destination in Google Maps. And now all of a sudden you get to your destination in 5 minutes. But previously it took you nearly an hour and you were getting lost and lost because you didn't know. Now Spirit is like Google Maps. Even though you do not know the route, all you need to do as the driver is just follow Google Maps. You just follow Google Maps. Google Maps says take a left, you take a left. Google Maps says take a right, you take a right. And then eventually, boom, you're at your destination. And I was like, wow, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So now I communicate with spirits. So if anything in my life does not go according, I say, Spirit, sort it out. Spirit, move, Spirit, 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 thank you, Spirit. And I ask Spirit, I say, Spirit, how does it get any better than this? Show me, how does it get any better than this? I say, Spirit, I am allowing myself now to be a vessel for abundance. I want you to bless me with more abundance, more and more. I want it to overflow. I am ready. I'm ready. I'm expanding myself. I say, I'm ready. How does it get any better than this? Yeah, man, you just see all this awesome stuff, happening in my life. Because I am now utilizing the 5D, the 4D, and the 3D on a daily basis. Because this life is a game. And in order for you to win at the game of life, you have to learn how to use the 5D, the 4D, and the 3D. Most people, like me, I only used to use the 3D. And that's how I was stuck. I was struggling for so many years because I only used the 3D. But now I know how to use the 4D. I know how to use the 5D. Okay. So now, here's the thing. I want you to tell me now, what are you struggling with? So now I've showed you how I've used manifestation for health. I've showed you how I use manifestation for relationships. I showed you how I use manifestation for money. Tell me, what are you struggling with? Because I've got a beautiful gift for you. I want you to tell me right now in the chat, what are you struggling with? I've got a beautiful gift for you. Tell me, what are you struggling with? Let me have a look at the comments here. Yes, Thomas says he's a victor. That's right. He's the creator. That's right. Okay. Anna Marie says that to be a millionaire by winning the lottery and buy my own house. That's done. That reality is already there. That reality is already there. Thomas says, this lecture is making me realize that I'm already settling for less before trying to imagine what I want. Yes, so true. So true. So this is what I want, guys. I want you to let me know to hear and do all of the above. Struggling with money. Okay. Okay, so all of the above, right? So Thomas says he's struggling with all of the above. Okay. This is what I'm going to do now for you guys. This is what I'm going to do. I've got a beautiful gift for you. Let me do this. Let me do this. Just bear with me. Let me get this quickly. Let me get this quickly. Because I want you to take your power back. Because for far too long, you've been giving your power away. So I want you to take your power back now. It's about time. You're going to take your power back. No more playing games. No more playing games. You are a victor. You're not a victim. No more playing games. I want you to take your power back. Okay. Okay. So there's a link that I'm putting there. It's a 5-day challenge, a 5-day one-on-one challenge, right? Where you're going to work with me for 5 days, every single day, for 1 hour per day. And we're going to work on any issue that you are struggling with, whether it's health, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, business. I want you to go to that link, click on that link, and I want you to take advantage of this 5-day challenge. Click on that link right now, and I want you to sign up for this 5-day challenge, because this is going to, you will understand after the 5 days how to utilize the 5D, 4D, and 3D. And you are no longer going to see yourself as a victim. You are no longer going to see yourself as, complaining. You are now going to step into your power, take your power back. So I want you to click on that link, go on that link, and I'm inviting you to come on a journey for me for 5 days, because you deserve the best of the best. You deserve, everything is already within you. The healthy version is already within you. The happy version is already within you. The wealthy version is already. Your job is just to select what you want, just to choose what you want. Your job is just to choose, what do you want? And the moment you decide that you have that, it is done. Manifestation is instant. It is not a process. Manifestation is instant. It is not a process. How do we know? How do we know? Because there is no time in the quantum field. There is no time in your imagination. There is only the eternal now. When you decide that you have your desire, it is done. Your job is then just to stick to that. Now, the reason why you're struggling, where you're stuck, where you're still waiting, is because you're telling yourself you don't have your desires. The reason why you don't have your desires is because you're telling yourself you don't have your desires. What is your inner conversations? What were you telling yourself early on before this live? What were you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself you're waiting for it? Are you telling yourself maybe next week? Are you telling yourself you're waiting for the next technique, the tool, the method to come? What are you telling yourself? The only reason why you still don't have your desires is because you're telling yourself you don't have it. That's why you're struggling. Now, I want you to click on that link. Go to that link. And I'm inviting you for a 5-day experience. Let's see. I'm inviting you to come with me on a 5-day experience. Click on that link, because you deserve the best of the best. No more playing games. No more victim. You are not a victim, my friend. You are the creator of your reality. You are the prize. You are on the pedestal. If it's to be, it's up to you. Now, you're so powerful. I mean, look at your life. Look at everything in your life. Look at your health. Look at your relationships. Look at your career. Look at your bank account. You've created that. That's how powerful you are. Now, I want you to use the same power to create the exact opposite if you're not happy. If you're not happy with any area of your life, use the exact same power to create the opposite, because everything already exists within you. There's a perfectly healthy version of you right now. There's a happy version of you right now. There's a wealthy version of you right now. There's a millionaire version of you right now. There's a successful business owner. There's a lottery winner version of you right now. Each and every version of you already exists. There are infinite potentials in the quantum field. The quantum field is your imagination. There are infinite potentials existing right now. It's only waiting for you to select it. It's like you going to buy ice cream. There are all these different flavors ice cream. There's strawberry, there's vanilla, there's chocolate. You just have to choose. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? The moment you select, boom, it's done. You then just stick to that new decision. Stick to that new mindset, and no more contradicting yourself. If you say you have it, you have it. You don't look for signs. You don't look for if, oh, is it you already know. When you say you have it, it's done. You just stick to that new assumption. And you tell yourself every day, it is done, it's getting better and better. God, show me how does it get any better than this? I'm allowing myself to receive more and more and more and more. I want you to overflow me with abundance. Show me how does it get better, any better than this? Because you, my friend, deserve the best of the best. Okay. Do you guys have any questions before I leave? Let's see here. Okay. Working on forgetting about the reality and focusing on version 2.0. There we go. Yes. Um, every day I play every day I play scratch cards, but struggle fighting negative thoughts. You see, negative thoughts is just a story. Negative thoughts is not basically real. It's just a story in your head. It's just a story in your head. Negative thoughts are actually not real. Like a story is like this hoodie, right? See this hoodie? If I don't like this hoodie, I can just take it off. Now the story in your head is the same. If you don't like the story in your head, take it off. And here's the thing, if the story does not serve you, it controls you. So all you have to do, just put on a new story. I can actually put on this sweater right now. I can remove this hoodie and I can put on this sweater. So if my story in my head does not serve me, I'm gonna take it off. So don't let the story bully you. Remember, you are the creator. So thoughts and feelings are just tools. It's like a knife. I can use a knife to cut my bread. I can also use the knife to cut someone. Thoughts and feelings are just tools. So you want to use your thoughts and your feelings to your advantage. Don't be scared of them. Don't let it control you. The story in your head is just a story. If the story does not serve you, it controls you. Okay? I want you to repeat after me. Say, if the story in my head does not serve me, it controls me. So if you know that the story in your head has been controlling you, I want you to take it off. The story is just like this hoodie. If it controls you, I want you to take it off. Yeah? Because you are the creator of your reality. You are a victor. You are the prize. You are on the pedestal. And whatever you say goes. Whatever you say goes. You can see it in your life. You can see it in your life. The only reason why you're not seeing any results in your life is because you're telling yourself you don't have results. Just imagine if you had to tell yourself every day, I already have my results. I already have my results. I'm so happy that I have my results. I already have my results. Wherever I look, I just receive results. Whenever I blink, I just receive my results. Whenever I smell, I receive results. Whenever I drink, I just get more results. I already have my results. If you do that for 3 days, your life will change. But now the reason why you're not doing that is because you're doubting yourself. You're doubting yourself. But I'm here to tell you that you are the creator. And I want you to take your power back now. I want you to promise me right now. If you haven't gotten anything from this, I want you to take your power back now. Take your power back. Do this and say, I'm taking my power back. And you no longer, I don't want you to play victim anymore. You're not a victim. You are a victor. You're the creator of your reality. You are the prize. You are on the pedestal. If it's to be, it's up to you. Whatever you say goes. I want you to take your power back right now. Promise me that because I believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. Okay, let's see if there's any questions. And then I'm going to love and leave you guys. Okay, no questions. Sweet. Okay, so as I said, I've got a nice, amazing gift for you guys. It's literally next to nothing. I'm inviting you to come on a journey with me for 5 days. 5 days, I'm going to coach you one-on-one, privately for 5 days. We're going to work on any issue that you are struggling with. I'm going to show you how to take your power back and to stop playing games. I want to show you how to step into your power. I'm going to share this link again with you. I want you to click on that link, sign up, and because 2025, I want 2025 to be your best year because you deserve everything and more. Having said that, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And remember, I believe in you. If you don't believe in you, I believe in you.